First destination, Fort William. Second destination, Inverness. Third destination, John O'Groats. 217 miles, so that's quite a long way.
What a view. Morning. It's just after 7:30. Very nice to be waking up to a view like that. What's not so nice is the condensation in the tent. A crazy amount of condensation. So all the way through the night there's trains. This is the West Highland line. Had an okay night. The rest survived on the pebbles. Hopefully it's fine. Bit of a risk, I know. Yeah, gonna have some breakfast. Maybe paint this scene. You won't be able to see that until it's finished. While I'm having my coffee. Then get on to Crianlarich, 11 miles away. We're very much going to hike early and hike late today. Oh, and something was splashing around last night. I don't know what it was. I don't know, the seals being curious, or for a brief period got my head torch out, opened the tent and had a look. So what is that? It was a splish, splish, splish. Water gurgling noises. Something was splishing around in the water in the middle of the night. Are selkies in the loch? Is there a Loch Lomond Nessie? It's very strange. It's all quiet now.
Just packing up. I did do a watercolour. Not happy with it. It's there. That's a scene. You just can't do it justice, really. And also I'm very out of practice. I've been concentrating on the YouTube channel. Just rushing to get out and get walking now. Spent far too long on that painting. We're following a river, Falloch. What was it? Sounds rude, isn't it? At the River Falloch. And it seems to all be fairly on one level, a bit like this. Not too uppy downy, I think. I hope. Fingers crossed. I've been trying to get rid of the condensation in the tent. I have to say that this is wonderful. Swedish disclothy, the M&S version of that. It really does soak up water, so I've been using that on the inside. And it's why the tent's been open, so I've just been trying to sort of let it flap a bit, but there's not very much wind. And those people have gone, so I can take a picture there. They were friendly, but they didn't really want to chat or anything, so I let them be. I mean, I talked about neurodiversity, which is like having to mask, and also I have serious imposter syndrome. I thought I was fairly good at this, but you see these people who are very thin, young, German, Dutch, I think they were French hikers. They're obviously hiked a lot of other trails, and this is my first, I would say, major international trail. A lot of people have their stuff really sorted. I feel like, oh, I'm still such a beginner. I don't mean anyone's mother, but really, take your crap home with you. I actually saw boxes at the little campsite I was at. Someone had put like a plastic box for rubbish. And I have mixed feelings about that. I don't know who's emptying it. I would assume that's more for flotsam and, you know, the odd thing that people left behind. You can see there the white bag. That's my rubbish bag. I'm taking more, a bit more than I brought in. Although, you know, given it's going to be 11 miles, I can't really add much to it. Good idea. I do hope, you know, people don't get encouraged to dump stuff like that. I was going to play a game of Wall or Ruin, but that's Ruin. And there's another wall behind it as well, so I don't know, maybe two ruins maybe. But yeah, it's all very, wow, scenery. It's kind of mad after being on the steep Lochside. It's been very constrained. But to suddenly have scenery, vistas like that, you're like, wow. Give me the sides of mountains to this. I mean, it may be very level, but I am not confident on these smooth, sometimes wet rocks, especially when they've been smoothed by lots of people coming through, and obviously lots of mudslides, little mud slips, which don't help. I'll take the high road and you'll take the low road, and I'll be in Scotland. Oh, we're already here. Oh well, look at that highway. Highway with Harry Seacombe. So this is why I don't walk and talk on this bouldery section when they tripped over a route. To a bridge. Your own private island. Not as impressive falls as Invershade, but you know, we are falls positive. This is a lovely place to camp out here. You've got your own driftwood. Less happy about this. I used to go rock climbing, like pre-climbing as they would call it now, until about the age of 16, and I had a bad fall and nearly skewered my back. I fell on sand and there was like rocks sticking up. Then I sort of mortality kicked in. I was like, this is not a good thing. And so I stopped and I'm trying to reclaim that because my balance is not great. Hopefully, I'm worried about not breaking something. Because break something out here and it's air ambulance or boat ambulance, I assume. Oh, this is much better. Oh, I can do this. I almost slipped 2 times. Nearly went down. That says everything about that section, you know. And I've done the whole of the Jurassic Coast. And I've done a lot of coastal walking. And some walking in Scotland a long time ago. Coastal walking, you don't get those smooth rocks, generally. It's more of a climbing, bouldering thing. Yeah, it's not something I do or do nowadays. I don't mind this kind of thing if it's scrabbly or even the odd stream like this. Oh, of course, bridges, hey. You know, or mud or whatever, or even bog is preferable to the slippy rock steps. Wow. You see the bluegill fields even up on the hills. But yeah, I prefer this walking a lot more. This is good. And I say we were walking along the River Falloch, so hopefully it'll be cooler. Because you know, walking along rivers is usually cooler. And that's a really nice little campsite. But it's 11 o'clock and I've got a date with a selfie stick. More critters. I've seen lots of suicidal beetles. So these beetles, I've been trying to avoid them. I've seen some that have been killed actually. Squished beetle, and it's like those other ones are sort of basking on the path. No, don't do that there. Not a good place for beetles. Scenery with, oh, is it that? No, that isn't. Oh yeah, look, ruin. We have a ruin. Now, I don't know whether the one with the chimneys is also a ruin. Could be, but we have a ruin next to it anyway. Wow, it's amazing kind of going through all this Lochside sort of very enclosed walking, and then suddenly you come out to something like this. I mean, it'd be wow anyway, but it's even more wow when it's kind of like you've been in essentially a bit of a dark tunnel of trees and enclosed stuff, and then you come out to something like this and you're like, ooh, wow, that's pretty. Yeah, it's 2 ruins. Quite often you get the old house, then there's the second oldest house, and then I don't know if that's the next one. Put them next to each other, so it's like, oh, upgrade, let the other one fall down, and then the next one. Of course, yours got the Highland clearances as well, which I don't know if it affected this part of the world. Probably. Ardlewy Ferry. I'm assuming those facilities are probably over on the other side. Maybe not. A brilliant spot for lunch. Shade, nice view, water. I'm on my own here. I had people wandering past, but the other spots all had people in them. Now, I was just sparing about shade because a lot of it's open like that now. We've spent the last day being very enclosed by the lot, so it's nice to actually get landscape and see some stuff. I'm hoping that the River Falloch isn't similar, be a bit less rocky bouldering. I've been taking the muddy routes. Okay, I'll take mud. It's so funny. People put those rocks in the river to try and ford them. I'd happily take wet feet over a broken ankle any day. It's very strange. I've seen there's a route down a muddy bit, you know, the low road fording through, and then there's loads of rocks going the other way, and it's like, I'll take the wet bit any day. There's a birdie singing for me. Beautiful. I don't think it's a robin. Shade as well. But yeah, a lovely wind. I like it to wind up. Well, we'll find out when we go. Yeah, scenery. easier going as well so far. We'll see about the Falls of Falloch. I think they might be steep. A whole bunch of ruins. One there, one there. Happy place camping. Another one there. One there. I don't know what this is. Feels like a lost village. Yeah, some stuff up there. Oh, and there's the halls. And there's the pylons. I drew my artwork actually there now. This is what I was expecting. This is more what I was expecting. What I wasn't expecting was to be climbing up the sides of boulders. And bits of it where I like climbing, I almost face planted twice. A few minor slips. You can't enjoy the scenery like that. And in fact, you can't see very much scenery in that section. Don't get me wrong, it's a magical thing with the boulders and the bluebells and the mossy trees and little frogs and people. It's quite a magical place right by the side of Loch Lomond. But with a big penalty, so the going is quite hard. And I was quite surprised. It's not Cape Wrath. Cape Wrath is hardcore. No way I do Cape Wrath until I've done quite a few of these. I'm working my way up to something a bit more wilder. I'm open to it if people want to collab and show me how to go off into the wilds. Please let me know. Yay, river crossing. What? There was another one. I saw no signs about it. This makes no sense. This is not in the zone. This is the top part of the zone. There's another zone. Turns out there's another zone on the other side of the loch, in the glass and all that lot. And that comes up to here and stops you from camping along the River Falloch. But it stops before Crianlarich. I looked at the map and go, oh, we're going through here. And I didn't see that there was a little tiny shading at the top. Twice. I'll be very glad when I'm leaving the Trossock Park. Because it's just bullshit and it's just really annoying. There's the River Falloch. And Fallochs to not being able to camp next to it. And what a surprise. Barely a quarter of a mile from that signed camping zone, we hit a campsite. Much surprise. Softened a bit about Glass. By the very cute bear over there, there was a shop called Are We Shop. And there's a cafe and bar, but they have a charging station. I'm charging my stuff, my battery. So I'm actually giving them some money so I can do that. See how fast the charger I bought from the little shop, how it works. It would be beautiful to camp down there. It would be beautiful to camp by the River Falloch, but I'm speed running it to Crianlarich to see if I can get to the post office in time. If not, I'll get it tomorrow. Bye bye. Glass and River Falloch, because you don't allow me to camp here. Falloch Falls, I presume. It might not be. That's pretty fally. I was expecting something more uppy. Impressive. Most impressive. All this water just makes you want to... Chatting to a couple of blokes at the Glass pub bar. And no, I didn't have a drink, I had a Coke. Don't drink and hike, children. Don't drink and hike, it's a bad idea. You get dehydrated. I asked them about the boggy bits after Bridge of Orkney. Apparently it's cobbled, so you're not walking in the bog. But obviously it's still a concern for me, because if it's apparently nothing but bog around it, I have to be in either camp before or after that section. So it's still a little bit. I did allay some concerns, because it's like, I hope it's not through the bog. Watch where you step. Now those are the prettiest falls in Scotland. And I just coming up to Crianlarich, and yeah, I couldn't have. I tried, I'm exhausted now. I tried to power walk it for 5:30, but it's just after 5 now. I looked on Google and like, oh yeah, you can make it if you go up the A road. That horribly busy A road. It's like, no. I'll go in tomorrow morning, but just kind of trying to find a campsite, but obviously don't want to be camping in, especially with the farmer or the shepherd. And this is the thing, you're not supposed to camp in fields with livestock. It's part of the Scottish country code. But most of Scotland has sheep in it, so I don't know how that works. I've even commandeered a bench. So anyway, let's see if it stays up. It's a little bit windy, a bit exposed, but it's fairly sheltered. The winds aren't too high. We'll see if anyone has a go at me. You want to break the curse as well. If people don't know, the curse of the channel is I do 3 days, then there's a gap. It happened on the Thames Pass because I ended up staying at a friend's house. So I'm hoping nightfall we actually do stay in the tent. I was walking down to Crianlarich, I think it is, and obviously the other option was in there, and yeah, we can see that unfortunately people have left rubbish, naughty. We see that people have camped in the woods here. Why should we go hide in the woods? It's legal. I'm quite political about wild campaign and feel that it should be everyone's right, and but also everyone has to leave no trace. They have their own responsibilities as well, so it's not, I think everyone should be able to camp everywhere and sod the law or sod anyone else's property or, you know, animals or, you know, crops. No, you know, crops, yeah, I totally agree with. Livestock mostly, although it depends on which livestock. We shouldn't have to hide in a forest somewhere. Experienced forestry companies don't really care. I mean, as long as you're not there when they're working. A ram is definitely not. They wouldn't be working on trees, felling trees next to the bench. I'm not sure where this good boy is here. He's a very good boy there, looking out on the scenery. And those are the trains we heard on the other side of the Loch last night. What I heard. Yes, Crianlarich has a train station. It's one hell of a view for a station. Wow, I'm actually officially at the halfway point. I didn't know that. I knew I was 40 something miles. Hopefully I'm keeping it real. I'm having, I don't know, I'm not exactly sure what it's called. It's a whiskey. Ezrelaw, something law. L-U-O-U-R, Ezrelaw. I was hoping it was Edgedraw, but it wasn't. It's really nice. It's been an expensive day because I've been shopping for food. They actually had those expensive fire pot things. So I'm trying a few of those, see if they're as bland as I expect, but we'll see. Picked up the selfie stick early. They allowed me to take it because it was a collection. Rod and reel has allowed me to charge my battery. The rod and reel is legendary for their steak pie, and it is really, really good. I should head back. We've had whiskey and red wine and ibuprofen. And hopefully soon my feet from hurting. Wow, while I was in the pub I was missing one hell of a sunset. But I got 89% charge. I could have been 100. But it's getting dark. I didn't want to do this walk in complete darkness. Use my new toy, big selfie stick too. They probably can't see me very well. I'm missing that. But I made the mistake of looking up some of the future sections. I generally don't do that because it puts me off. I start getting stressed out about what's coming up. It's 8 miles of that section. You're completely away from roads, away from anything. That's really scary. I'm not sure I can camp out there, especially as it's going to get unsettled after Sunday until Wednesday. So it's going to be wet and rainy. So yeah, it's after Bridge of Orkey up to Loch Lomond. Ooh, bats. Very little of anything. You wanted to be on your own. Tim, you got it. You're on your own, kid. Definitely. That was the end of day 4 of the Scotland West Highland Way trip. We travelled 11 miles and a total of 45.85 miles. We travelled from a campsite near Inversnaid to the outskirts of Crianlarich. I hope you discovered new things with this video. If you did, please hit that like button and click that subscribe button if you're not subscribed, because we still need help getting monetized to make more videos like this. The next video in the series will be on screen now if it's available. If not, it'll be the previous day. And I hope you're all well, and I'll speak to you soon.